Hope you all are doing well. It is Monday, December 9th. It's been a while, but still good information to get to, share with you guys. At some point, we will do a live video and just have a nice chat and discussion with each other. But some good videos I want to share with you guys. Let me know what you guys think. We'll start off with this one with nobody being above the law.
On this monumentous day in American history, we are sending the message. Under the Biden administration, nobody is above the law.
Who's that crackhead?
Oh, that's nobody.
I'm nobody.
I'm nobody.
I'm nobody.
I'm nobody.
I'm nobody. I'm nobody.
You're under arrest.
Oh, whoops. Guess I'm somebody.
Because nobody is above the law, we'll make sure somebody gets punished.
I'm somebody.
I'm somebody.
I'm somebody. I'm somebody. I'm somebody.
But in my country, nobody can get away with anything.
Biden 2024. Justice for nobody.
On this...
This is a cute one. Have you seen this one? She said, look at his little butt. Yeah, this is the one.
Listen to this man try and pick up on a 17-year-old girl and listen to his reaction when she turns him down.
You're not a nice person.
I'm not a nice person when you try and come on to me while I'm working out after I tell you I'm 17. Are you out of your mind? And then you have the audacity to tell me to get out of the gym that I have a right to use?
17 is legal. I never said...
Get your head out of your ass and don't speak to me that way.
Listen.
Don't put your finger at me.
Respect older people.
Respect older people.
Yes.
So when it comes to going on a date with me, you're not that old, but now I have to respect you?
I just said, let's go out normally, like normal.
I don't want to go out with you.
Okay.
Especially after you tell me to get the out of a gym that I have a right to use.
Because you told me, well, don't approach me. Who are you to tell me that?
Who are you to come on to me? And feel like you have a right to come on to me.
This is useless. Go home. Go home. Go home.
Watching talk to
Go
you.
home.
When get your kicked out of the...
Lose my temper.
Yeah?
Listen. Go home. You understand? Go home. Tell your daddy, well, listen, I'm done with you. Like, bro, I'm not going to talk to any of you. Yeah, you're right. Because you give me trouble. You give me trouble, okay? This is all you do.
Listen to this man try and pick up on a 17-year-old girl and listen to his reaction.
It's the wild thing is that she's standing up for herself, calling him out on it, and he's got the immaturity to say, oh, go home, you're gonna give me a lot of trouble. It's like, you opened this mess up. She calls you on it, basically says, no, I'm 17. It's like, hey, heads up, I'm doing the right thing, telling you, nope, I'm not even legal, please, go elsewhere. He gets offended. And then starts taking that out, his embarrassment out on her. And she's got the wherewithal to start recording this on her phone. God forbid anything were to happen. She's giving me a kind heads up saying, hey, no, I'm 17. It's, no thanks. And then it's, oh, you should go home. Then she takes her phone out and then starts recording this. Just again, just red flags. Speaking of red flags, this is wild. And again, guys, I know you've probably heard this. You probably watched it. A lot of people forgot about this. But again, this is all under the category of never forget, please.
Once people feel empowered and protected legally, you are going to have schools, universities, and colleges are going to say, you want to come to this college, buddy? You're going to get vaccinated. Lady, you're going to get vaccinated. Big corporations like Amazon and Facebook and all of those others are going to say, you want to work for us? And it's been proven that when you make it difficult for people in their lives, they lose their ideological bullshit. And
That's exactly what you meant when you said making it hard for people to live without getting a vaccine. You affected people's ability to work, travel, be educated, to actually flourish in American society, to self-determine, as we're all given God-given rights. Shame on you. You inspired and created fear through mass mandates, school closures, vaccine mandates, that have destroyed the American people's trust in our public health institution.
Once people feel empowered and protected.
And the smugness on his face. He doesn't care. He's never cared. From 1980 on, with certain communities, you guys can look this up, with them protesting outside of his office, to even this now. And he's getting, was it $70,000? 700. I'm trying to remember the math. He's still getting paid protection with security, private security, every month. He doesn't care. He got paid. Look at that face. Does he look remorseful? Does he look sorry? Does he look like he's someone who's asking for forgiveness? Like, yep, nope, you know what? This was on my watch. I messed up. I own this. Not once. For all the decades he's been doing this. This man has sold out anything and everything he possibly could. He got paid. He doesn't care. But again, definitely under the category of don't forget. But then again, those who are looking for forgiveness and have grown up and learned a lot. The face, the tone, everything definitely says that in this one. Complete polar opposites.
I've had some challenges in the last couple of years myself. Ultimately, I believe that suffering leads to salvation. In fact, it's the only way. We have to somehow accept and not deny, but feel our suffering and feel our losses. And then we make one of two decisions. We either decide to go through the gate of resentment, which leads to vengeance, which leads to self-harm, which leads to harm to others, or we go through the gate of forgiveness, which leads to grace. And your being here is an indication that you've made that decision already. You've made the decision to walk through the gate of forgiveness to grace, just as Christ did on the cross. He suffered terribly, and he was broken by it, to look upon the people who were causing that suffering, or the situation that was causing that suffering, with compassion and with forgiveness. And that's what opens the gates of heaven. I've had some...
Yeah, that was beautiful, well said, well done.
Yes.
When he talks about suffering and things you go through, and even while you're going through it, you may not recognize it or see it at the time while you're suffering, and then you're asking, okay, what have I done? Like, what did I do to deserve this? You know, you work really hard, you do the right things, but yet things still happen. You don't recognize it at that moment or at that time, but when you let the muddy waters clear and things settle, and you can breathe and sort things out, you look back and realize, okay, things did have to happen for a reason. And we all have those in our lives. We all have those moments that you can probably look back upon, and again, you didn't see it at the moment, and maybe you didn't think about it until now, but we all have those moments where it is for our own growth, or maybe it was for our own protection, or maybe it was someone else's time for them to go through something, but you didn't recognize it at that time. But now you think, okay, that was their mission, or that was their purpose in life. I mean, it's why they had to leave early, or go through the things. We all have to go through those. I don't know, it's like that 17-year-old going through that crap from that guy, but it forced her to stand up for herself. It wasn't easy, it was stressful, heart rate's going through the roof, but she's saying, no, I'm not going to put up with this. I'm going to call you out on it. Again, for 17, working out and then doing the right thing and then having to go through that crap. At the time it sucks, but you know what? It's galvanizing her to go through other challenges in life. Just like those things that we had to go through that makes us stronger and wiser for whatever personal journey and path that we're on. But again, it's just those polar opposites you got, you know, the previous video I just showed. No shame, no remorse, all the lives, the permanent damage that, you know, that guy caused, that monster. And then you have this, again, the grace to recognize those challenges and things we go through. And then it was even astonishing and blows my mind is those who actually share that with others. To let them know you're not alone and it's gonna be okay, because I've been through it, and people may say, oh, okay, I thought I was the only one, or I don't know many people who've gone through a lot of these things. So again, it's just one chapter, one challenge at a time, but again, it's just worth sharing. I I kind of forgot about this one. Let's watch this one again.
In an investigation on government efficiency, it's an oxymoron if I've ever heard one, a report has discovered that only 6% of the federal workforce reports in person to their jobs on a full-time basis. Elon Musk on X said this: if you exclude security guards and maintenance personnel, the number of government workers who show up in person and do 40 hours of work a week is closer to 1%. In another example, a manager of the Department of Veteran Affairs in Atlanta took a photo of himself working while taking a bubble bath. So veterans wait months and even years for services, but at least the manager smells like eucalyptus. So the report found the federal workforce barely shows up to work, ignores crises, and overcharges taxpayers. In other words, they're doing exactly what we thought they were doing.
Please like, comment, and subscribe.
Well, here's a cute one for you guys. I didn't know turkeys could do this.
Oh, he likes it. He doesn't like it.
I think I know why he has so
He's
much
turning
pressure.
red. He does not like it.
He has a lot of pressure, Brie. He just has to be burped. You feel better, Cornholio?
Cornholio! It gets better.
This smelled horrible.
You did not. You did not just burp that turkey.
You feel better, Cornholio?
Oh my gosh. You just burnt that turkey?
He burped Cornholio.
Oh, he likes it. He doesn't like it.
I think I know why he has so
He's
much
turning
pressure.
red. He does not like it.
He has a lot of pressure, Brie. He just has to be burped. You feel better, Cornholio? This smelled horrible.
You did not. You did not just burp that turkey.
You feel better, Cornholio?
Cornholio's like, yes. If you ever questioned your life decisions or choices, you're doing okay, guys. You're doing great, actually. Yeah, no, it's good for the paint. Yikes. And here's some good perspective.
America versus Russia, asking men if they would provide for their woman.
Number one, why would I? But what is she doing while I'm working? It's kind of like each relationship now is a 50-50.
То, наверное, да. Вот, потому что все-таки я беру ответственность
If it's my wife, then yes, because ultimately I'm responsible for her.
за человека.
Nah, she has to provide for herself. She's an adult.
Конечно, если жена это
If it's a wife, it's about family and children.
семья, это дети, и, конечно, в идеале, чтобы
And ideally, she should dedicate 100% of her time to raising them.
она уделяла 100% времени воспитанию.
I mean, I would want it to be 50-50. That's the current situation I have.
Ей не хочется работать.
Basically, if she doesn't feel like
Если ей не
working,
хочется самореализовываться, ей
if she doesn't feel like self-actualizing,
приятно
and she's comfortable being provided for, then why not?
находиться на моем содержании. Почему нет? Я могу себе это позволить.
I can afford it.
America versus Russia, asking men if they would provide for their woman.
Number one, why?
Okay. You can see how things are coming full circle with homesteading and homeschooling. A lot of those home in the name, in the action, bringing it back home. It's like that study that I read about. I think it was the American Heart Association did this study where they're looking at medical records and trying to figure out why this one group of people had the lowest numbers of cardiac issues, cardiac events, anything heart related. And they went out and visited these people. Long story short, I think it was like the Rose Project. Rose is in the name. If you guys want to look it up, I forget. I'll try to find this for you guys. It was, I think, Italian immigrants living in this community in Pennsylvania. And they had the whole family network. Aunts, uncles, grandmothers, grandparents, moms and dads, like this community living together. And it was stress. It was keeping the family network together. This is what we did just 2 generations ago. They were maintaining those values and that family network. Yeah. They had the lowest issues of stress. They had cooking, food, family member needed help. They got them, like, hey, I got you. Just go ahead, go. You know, like, you got the appointment, go ahead. I got the kids. You know, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Educating them, raising them, supporting them, all of that. It was just very nurturing and just a lot less stress. And it was just beautiful to read. I got to find that paper for you guys. But it's Rose, I remember it being the name. But it was just bringing back a lot of that's happening right now. Family networking, close friends working together, just, again, finding like-minded people and just supporting them and then working together. And that's happening more and more. We got it so far away from it, so far removed. And now we're coming back because that was what worked. Why are we getting, away from what worked? What made us feel good? Again, this one-size-fits-all narrative, no. This, again, we're going back. And if you look at this video with the Russians, keeping it old school, it's like, yes, you're doing it right. This is how it should be. It always had been. It was that Rockefeller, Carnegie, one-size-fits-all from the 1920s and on. It was, okay, how do we get to the children? Okay, dad's working, husband's working. Okay, now we get mom in there. So that was all feminist movement. Like, hey, ho, ho. No, you can do it. You can, do this and that and whatever the case may be. It was, no, you got it, girl boss, all that crap, that nonsense. But it was ultimately to get to the children. John Taylor Gatto, with his books, exposed all of that. Teacher of the Year, but he saw what was really going on. It was getting to the kids for that one-size-fits-all narrative, just to be good test takers and then ultimately good workers. Just smart enough to push buttons and figure things out, but not too smart to figure out the big picture, what was really going on. And you could see this with our education from before the education system was department enacted in 1979 or 1980. America was number 1 in education. Pick a subject, it was number 1. Now we're 24 or 27, and it's just getting worse. I just found this, again, this information that I didn't share the video, but they have those guys out in New York, Times Square, interviewing people, saying, hey, how many stars are on the flag? I don't know, 22? It's 50. Name 3 countries. They'll name continents. It's like, yep. Like, just today, I saw a video of him asking this, young lady, what country is the Great Wall of China in? She's like, I don't know, Japanese? It's like, yes.
Great Wall of China.
I know.
It's in
I know. You know that. I know that. Preaching to the choir, but this is just, again, that one-size narrative catch-all. So the Russians are saying, no, she wants to stay home, raise the kids, do it. Again, we're going back cyclically to what was working. So you're seeing a lot more and growing stay-at-home moms making that sourdough bread, homeschooling their kids, doing the hard work, putting the effort, because that's your children. You raise them how you see fit, okay? Why are we comfortable allowing strangers with this one-size-fits-all narrative? Again, growing up, we were just told as children, this is how it always has been, always will be. And again, being children, you don't question it. Okay, you're like, oh, authoritative, person telling the right thing. This is how it should be. No, at some point you wake up and go, nope, this is wrong. I don't like this. Doesn't make sense. Gut-wise, this doesn't feel right. Trust your gut. Even people are going to ask, again, I got hit with this a lot early on. Does your kid socialize? Like, yeah, we get out of the house. We actually do a lot. And because of everything that happened the last 4 or 5 years, that woke up a lot of people. But again, we're all on our own paths. We're all on our own journey here, trying to figure things out for our own life lessons. But this is really a truly great awakening. So this right here kind of sums up everything nicely.
But Will, just let it go. Oh, no.
House released a 500-page report on COVID-19 pandemic. Key findings: COVID-19 likely originated from a lab-related incident in Wuhan, China. Crazy. You get banned from YouTube for saying that. Banned.
Okay, well, we get it. Just leave it. No, it was way too many of you talking that shit.
Okay, over $200 billion in relief funds lost to fraud, with criminals exploiting weak oversight. Prolonged lockdowns and arbitrary mandates cause severe harm, economic devastation, mental health crises, and historic learning loss, while lacking robust scientific support.
Trust the science.
Policies ignored natural immunity, pushing mandates that eroded trust and harmed public perception of science. Absolutely. WHO and CDC compromised by political interference, offering inconsistent, unscientific guidance that fueled public distrust. And the key players included federal agencies, and Cuomo's administration actively obstructed oversight efforts and hid critical evidence.
Christ.
Select subcommittee on basically said all the conspiracy theorists were correct. Every single one of them.
Now, wait a minute, Joe Rogan. You mean to tell me those weren't just conspiracies?
No repercussions, no retractions.
A sincere thank you to the people who took action.
Yeah. So, good news. Candy cane and Christmas tree were restocked on talladreamcream.com, and you can use the coupon code TDC at checkout, save 15%. Give yourself some good products, skincare for the whole family. Let me know what you guys think about the videos, the information on there. Things coming full cycle, things going back to the basics. Are you doing that? Are you part of that? What are your plans? What are you guys doing? Let me know how all that's working out for you guys. So you guys be safe and well, and I'll talk to you again next time.